The CEOs of Meta, TikTok, X, Snapchat, and more made the trip to Capitol Hill today, testifying about child safety on their platforms. And things turned contentious at times during the hours-long hearing.
Did I hear you say in your opening statement that there's no link between mental health and social media use?
Senator, what I said is I think it's important to look at the science. I know people widely talk about this as if that is something that's already been proven, and I think that the bulk of the scientific evidence does not support that.
Lawmakers called the CEOs to the Hill as they try to find ways to keep kids safe on social media. Meta, Facebook's parent company, says 100,000 children are sexually harassed on Facebook and Instagram every day. Congressional correspondent Stephanie Liebergen has more from today's hearing.
The CEOs from 5 major tech companies testified on Capitol Hill Wednesday, and lawmakers directly placed blame on these social media companies for not doing enough to protect kids online.
You have blood on your hands.
A fiery hearing between senators and some of the most powerful players in tech.
Would you like now to apologize to the victims who have been harmed by your product? Show them the pictures. Would you like to apologize for what you've done to these good people?
Parents filled the hearing room and held up photos of the children they say they've lost because of social media, all while the CEOs of X, Meta, TikTok, Discord, and Snap entered the room. Lawmakers wasted no time in squarely accusing them of being responsible for social media's dangerous impact on children.
We know these kids are dying.
Lawmakers have introduced multiple bipartisan bills directed at stopping child exploitation online. But the CEOs largely dodged lawmakers' calls to support that legislation.
Is there any one of you willing to say now that you support this bill? Mr. Chairman, let the record reflect a yawning silence.
They did say they're open to working with Congress on new bills to regulate the tech space. But Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg says the app stores should be held accountable for allowing children to download social media without parental consent.
Apple already requires parental consent when a child does a payment with an app, so it should be pretty trivial to pass a law that requires them to make it so that parents have control anytime a child downloads an app.
Antitrust and tech scholar Tim Wu estimates as of October, Congress has held around 40 hearings on children and social media since 2017. But Politico reports Congress has only passed 1 child safety law in the past decade, and that was only specific to sex trafficking. Stephanie Liebergen, Scripps News, Washington.
A handful of bills addressing kids' safety online are waiting for votes from the full Senate. 2 of the Judiciary Committee's bills have been approved on the Senate floor, but there's no timetable for consideration in the House.